Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Here, as what is going to be the answer now from Gen.G? You see the Shyvana, the Lee Sin face up, and they're going to go ahead and pick up the Hecarim. Offers them a bit of a front line, a lot of engage that they were missing.
Doesn't have Ghost though.
No Ghost, he has a Z, but no chance for him to get out of this one, even with a ward. He was trying to be safe, but the second he steps up to the lane, and Peanut knew exactly what was happening. So, speaking of early Drakes, it does look like Peanut is going to be able to take the first one on the map, so that will be denied.
Two-man goon squad making their way over.
And you see a Ruler about to arrive as well. Kingen just waiting for that one. Is he going to hit his ultimate? He finally picks it up, but too much damage is coming out here, and Peanut doesn't even have to use his Onslaught of Shadows. That's going to be a second death, unfortunately.
To consistently break it, and most notably, if you die, generally it's going to be a big shuffle or a 100-0 from Gen.G. So in that way, Crown will provide a lot of value here.
Potential of pollution as the game comes along, but he is up against that Kog'Maw, and I will struggle to see how he will.
It's going to be really rough for Gen.G. They still have a really strong comp. If they can find some of these big wombo combos, but the execution needs to be so crisp.
Wow, Zeka is forcing this fight. We got Teleport and Pyosik coming down to the bottom side. Kingen is here. Toby with his flash available, just going to push the dragon away, as now he's going to put up that sun turret, and he realizes Pyosik's here as well. It's just going to be the alley-oop for Pyosik as he does take that down. Deft here trying to hold on to this turret and actually baits Peanut into this one, has to flash to get away, and the turret will go down, so I suppose a win at the end of the day for Gen.G, but now the counter.
On Deft, and yes, Deft has to flash, but if there's more people there, and there's an actual re-engage from DRX, and
first couple of hits, but other than that, you're not in a good spot. As Chovy is going to just be rooted up. He was on vision the entire way, as now he's going to get Deft behind the wall here. Deft with no flash, Barrel flashing over, trying to save him there, as here comes the Shyvana, and they actually get some engages, otherwise this turret is going to go down.
I also want to know that Doran's build, which I've been a big fan of in the past, in this situation, I think is really going to hurt them, as Ruler is completely fine. It's a very slow ultimate. Don't know what that was about. Because the build that Doran has gone for here is very strong if there is no sustain. But Chovy, I think, has the right idea where you just go for a build that one-taps. And I think the crit build for Gangplank offers much more I one-tap Lulu when she dies. As, oh, Peanut's running.
Trying to get in here. It doesn't look like there is smite, obviously, because this is Shyvana top.
They don't really do a whole lot besides the threat on Baron.
Okay, they're going to kill the Hens. They really wanted to kill the Hens, and in fact they will. It's a big mistake, as now, with no Nami, no tidal wave at all, Ruler just has to hop away, Gale Force, and relentless escape once again, as now they can force Gen.G to come.
Yeah.
This is one way to do it. If you don't have engage, just start a big objective and force them to fight you. As Ruler over the wall here, he is doing a nice amount of chip damage already. Deft essentially doing the majority of the damage here on this one. The barrel not going to land onto anyone. The cannon barrage is coming out as Deft kind of in the middle here. They're looking for the fight, as Toby's just going to be first 100-0 in the polymorph. Unbelievable the damage that DRX have right now, as the rest of Gen.G have to just flash away. Lehens is alive again. There's very short kill timers at this point in time, but you can see DRX, they're just going to start this again.
Doran TP. Does he have the time?
I mean, he's running out of it. I mean, I'm not sure really what this is going to do for him, as again the barrel is denied. No damage comes in, as in goes the Hecarim, and the polymorph just gets so much value. It is insane. As Ruler, he's going to be slowed up, and he nearly dies. The Baron goes down, and Ruler should be going down here eventually, as down he will go. The artillery comes in, as the Hens will follow the same fate. That is going to be DRX, just still everybody is full health. You have engage opportunities. You can protect the Kog'Maw. Oh, that's just going to be GP dead. Nicely done there by DRX. However, they got it done. Looks like maybe Pyosik got a kick. Not really sure. He doesn't have flash. So it's now Deft. Polymorph is just gonna say,
We
like, no,
talked
you
about
don't
this.
get to do anything. You just don't get to do anything as Pyosik decides, yeah, I'm just, I'm zoning,
Okay.
guys.
Well,
Yeah. I don't think it matters, though, because Deft is still alive, and he still has the supports. He's flashing under the turret! He doesn't care about your turret. He doesn't care about what damage you have. He has Seraphine, and he has Lulu, who both have no kills. They have 8 and 7 assists apiece, and he went Chem Tank as well.
oh yeah. Get him, Deft. Get him. Oh man. Chem Tank empowered gaming. Oh, yeah, Peanuts. Peanuts dead.
Yeah,
Peanuts
well,
very dead.
Encore comes in, he's dead.
No, he's dead. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I hope we don't get a Oh, Doran, no.
He's so
No,
fast!
Doran.
He's so fast, he can't get away from him! Not even the gangplank can get away from this pick. It is so disgusting. This is insane. The Draft Kingdom that we are seeing. Gen.G cannot play the game. They can't play the game.
They can't? And this is DRX with such a dominant game. And obviously, big part of this is the Seraphina pick that we know is broken on this patch. But it's not just that, it's the comp Lulu. I don't see a way for Gen.G back into this game because of how impressive this comp is. And the only question becomes... Yeah, is it...
Some good amount of damage here on the side of Gen.G. Obviously not able to deal with the amount of support that Deft is having, but if he's alone, could be nice. As, yeah, they're just sieging here. They don't have Baron. They don't need Baron because they have supreme range with this Kog'Maw. And here we go. Peanut is going to just press his buttons, and there you have it. The stopwatch is available, but it is there for the side of Toby, and immediately down goes the Kog'Maw. This is what we've been looking for, as finally they do take him down, but at the end of the day, it is just going to be the Kog'Maw that gets taken out, and Gen.G cannot follow up because their base is in tatters.
Oh, and that's such a good setup there from Gen.G. They're able to find the miracle fight that we've been looking for, but you kill Kog, but Kog is not the only problem in this comp, unfortunately for you, as we discussed previously. Damage from Zeka, from King, and still going to be very relevant. They still pick themselves up. Do know that as much as we talk about the DRX comp and how good it is, they haven't won the game yet. Peanut with a flank angle.
Oh boy, they have no idea. Here comes Rulers looking for Zeka, as that's going to be the cleanse, though. Ruler is totally fine, but he's not doing damage onto the backline. But it does not matter because the rest of Gen.G is there, and they are able to burst down the Kog'Maw and the Lee Sin. And Gen.G, they set up the fight. Here comes the rest of DRX, though. They say, you can't do Baron right now. We're going to take down your inhibitors at least, as the damage is really insane onto this objective. They will take down the Baron at least. As you see, he does have Warmog, so he can take poke like that and be totally fine. So he's just going to heal up to full here in just a moment. And they do have Ocean Soul as well, by the way.
Yeah, you have 2 enchanters, a Warmogs, and no mana. So Kingan's fine. Kingan's never has to leave. Kingan never has to go home. He's having a great time here from Gen.G.
The wife's on a business trip. He's like, yeah,
I saw Zeka hitting a big ultimate, Pyosik finding a kick, but all of that kind of implies that
Well, Hens, again, not in a great spot, and this is what can happen as Nami. It doesn't matter if the tidal wave comes in. He is going to get extremely low, and it's Lee Sin as Shyvana. I mean, he's jumped so many walls. Like, how far does he have to get away from this to actually survive? As you see Pyosik, he's going in for this one. He is going to kill the Nami and trade his life for it. Potentially here, he's buying some time. Okay, he's definitely dead. Meanwhile, Chovy was pushing the top lane, nearly took out...
In non-dragon form, not going to be nearly as big of a threat.
Yeah, not really doing too much damage either is Deft. He has to frontline. They've been so good about taking down those barrels, by the way. But this is the damage. This is the damage coming out from Gen.G, as now a big engage comes in. They find the front line, and Zeka is going to be taken down. Gen.G take the fight on their terms. They get the burst damage in first. Peanut's there to follow up. And again, another fight where Deft just doesn't really get to do damage. They don't get to fight 5v5, and Gen.G are just outplaying them now.
Oh, Gen.G are looking so good here, and Ruler's angles on this Lucian. It's exactly what we talked about earlier, right? Where you're able... I don't think they can actually get through it because they don't have Baron, so they definitely need to go for Baron and then fight. Really nice catch there by King and making sure that they don't have the wave. What I want to highlight here is exactly what we talked about way back, I don't know, what is it, 30 minutes, about Lucian scaling ever since they changed the way his calling works. Because that moment right there is possible because of Ruler's angle, right? And the rest of Gen.G does a really good job enabling him. But him hitting that much damage over the wall by not being a threat.
Done at least 6,000, I would have thought, maybe 5,000 to 6,000.
Yeah,
just in that tiny little short span of time. So now with the Baron and the Elder Drake,
1 minute.
Can DRX stop them is the question. Ruler has to be careful. You know, he's not going to find the exact angle that he just got in that last fight. That one was kind of gifted to him, and he found it, took it into his own hands. That's going to be the second inhibitor going down. You see that we do have, once again, Ruler looking for those engages, but not going to amount to much. Just waiting for Peanut to push in the bottom lane, essentially, and push with 2 lanes here. As the calling comes out, Death nearly dies, and Barrel is going to go down in the end, but a huge encore. Can they do anything with it is the question. The answer is absolutely not. They just don't really have a front line. They don't have a way now for Death to do real damage, and the Nexus is just dead. They're just killing the turrets. They're just killing the objectives, and they will take the game somehow. Gen.G